Why I don't believe in creating a product first and selling later. Now, many of us would possibly have seen this movie called Field of Dreams. And one of the most memorable dialogues from this film is, "Build it and they'll come." But while that might have worked for the film, in real life, in business, this is often counterproductive. Now, it often happens that you have a first-time entrepreneur who's so convinced about his idea that in his mind's eye, he feels that this is possibly the best thing that the world was waiting for. So he spends the next 6 to 8 months, probably the next 1 year, in developing this particular offer. And he puts in his time, effort, money, everything to kind of build this offer. And what he sees possibly is that this particular offer, when it gets launched in the market, is going to have the same kind of traction as what you see when you launch a new iPhone into the market. And therefore, he's pretty convinced that this is a winner. This is a blockbuster, absolutely. And finally, D-Day comes and the launch happens. And suddenly, our entrepreneur realizes that there is no one beating a path down to his store or his office or his home. The response from customers is lukewarm at best. It might be middling or even low. And he just can't figure out what went wrong, because to him, it was a great idea. To him, it was the best thing that the world was waiting for. And he just doesn't know why it all went wrong or where it all went wrong. Now, this is a scene which has played out possibly thousands of times. And every time, it's been responsible for, closing out so many first-time entrepreneurs. Not just because it brings in financial distress, but also because of the fact that when something like this happens, it kind of kills your self-confidence. It makes you start not believing in yourself. So, what is the way, of getting out of this trap? How do you, know that you have a winner on your hands before you actually start working on it? Well, there are a couple of ways of doing this, and let's look at two of them. So if you're launching a physical product, one of the main things that you can do is, and you have an idea and you think it's a great idea and it's going to work, if you so strongly feel about this idea and it's a physical product, what you can do is you can launch the product on Kickstarter. So you put together a brief and you ask people to contribute towards developing this product. Now, if there are a large number of people who are willing to kind of back this product because they're keen to have the first batch of products that are finished and that are finalized before it even hits the market. So if there is that kind of interest in the product, then you know that you've got a winner on your hands. But if you see that the interest in a Kickstarter project is very mild, there are hardly people who are willing to back this product, then you should be careful. It makes sense then to go back to the drawing board, take a look at the proposition that you have, take a look at some of the things that you had thought would be relevant for that particular product, and see if it needs changes. On the other hand, if you have a digital product, for example, you have a digital service product or a content-based product, and it can be something like a course, or it can be something like, a mastermind or a workshop or anything on those lines. What you might want to do is, put out an advertisement or possibly, use your social channels to let people know that you are interested in doing a group coaching program. So a group coaching program essentially works like a mentorship program, wherein you take in a limited number of people, maybe 50 people at most, and you not only provide them with the course material, but you also mentor them. And this is possibly the strongest proposition that anybody can put together when you're launching a coaching program of some sort. And the idea should be to charge some amount of money for it. It should not be completely free. So when you put out the proposition into the market, you should tell people that it is a mentorship program with limited members to be admitted, and there is a small fee that would be charged for every participant. And when this program gets formally launched in the market, the cost of this particular program would be at least double of what you're currently charging as a part of your group coaching program. Now, with this kind of a strong proposition, if you find that there is a lot of takers, then it's fantastic. Then you know that you have something going for you. And if that happens, then you can actually set up a date maybe 2 weeks down the line, and you can start the program, and you can possibly do course modules every week and do a call with your participants every Sunday or Saturday at a convenient time, and you can take this program forward. And when this program ends, by that time you will have your full course ready with feedback from your students, and you know exactly what needs to be added, what needs to be deleted, what needs to be modified. So you have a full-blown case, or rather a full-blown course ready for you to market. However, even if with such a strong offer you find that there are not too many takers, then you need to be careful, because then you know that the idea is possibly not so attractive to people, and therefore there are not too many takers for this. So that's the reason, guys, why I believe it makes sense to first sell your product before you start making this. And if you liked what I put in today in this video, then do comment below, and I'd love to read your comments. And it would not just help me, but it would also possibly help to enlarge the discussion on this topic.